Voici Ivanka Siolkowsky. Elle peint des fleurs sur des clôtures, mais ce n'est pas seulement de l'art de rue. C'est aussi un symbole de renaissance pour la ville de Boutcha, en Ukraine. Début avril, les autorités ukrainiennes sont entrées dans cette ville après que l'armée russe ait occupé les lieux pendant plus d'1 mois. Le monde entier y a ainsi découvert des rues remplies de corps, des fosses communes, des bâtiments réduits en cendres et des preuves de torture et d'exécution. Mais Ivanka, qui est originaire du Canada et a des racines ukrainiennes, a essayé de redonner un peu de joie à la ville. Elle a donc peint sur les impacts de balles toujours visibles dans les rues. Lorsque l'invasion a commencé, elle s'est rendue en Pologne pour aider les réfugiés fuyant la guerre. Puis elle a passé plus d'1 mois à faire du bénévolat dans des villes à travers l'Ukraine.
I met a man named Sasha who lost his son and his home. He lost his home due to a bombing. He lost his son. His son was defending Boutcha. He was sharing this and he said, "There's just no joy for me anymore in this town. I'm leaving." He said at one point, "I can't even walk down my street anymore because the bullet holes remind me of my loss." So I looked at the fence and there were many, many bullet holes. It wasn't something that I could repair. So I thought, what can I do to give this man one last memory? I asked him what his son's favorite flower was or what his favorite flower was. And we were standing in his yard at that point and he looked down and there were daffodils growing through literal ashes. And he said, "We both like daffodils." And that's when I started to paint those flowers. And then from there, it just kind of spiraled. You know, the neighbor across the street wanted some and then the neighbor next door. And so I kind of did that whole little block just of those neighbors. I got to know them well. And it was just a nice experience for them to have one final thing.
Selon les autorités locales, au moins 400 corps ont été retrouvés dans la ville, entraînant l'ouverture d'enquêtes pour crimes de guerre par plusieurs pays. 2 mois après le massacre, la vie reprend lentement son cours à Boutcha.
When I arrived, I was expecting full-on atrocities, which I did see. You know, there was that one street, Yablinska Street, that had most of the occupation on it. That's where the tanks were parked. That's where like most of the things were bombed there. But even there, I went to see some of those homes and the fences have been repaired, painted, the houses have been painted, the roofs replaced. Anything that wasn't completely burnt to the ground has, with volunteer assistance, has been almost replaced fully. But I was very impressed to see that these people were not going to allow this to stop them. This project, you know, it started off as just trying to make one man smile, but as I was working, I saw so many other people walk by and their spirits were lifted. But it was great to see that Ukraine is not going to just sit down and let the Russians take over.